How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Civilization 6 and the changes made to it when they included the new DirectX 12 version. So if you've launched Sid Meier's Civilization 6 post-update, you will notice this nice little screen right here. Now, this is a choice you'll probably only be making once. Now, you're either going to be playing with DirectX 11, which is what the game launched with and what it natively plays as, or the new updated version of the game, which supports Windows DirectX 12. So this begs the question, why did Steam or Firaxis feel the need to pop this stupid screen up every single time you launched a game? I cannot find an option to disable it. I've looked through the options for this application. You can't change it here. You can't set it to a default. I have went ahead and looked at the properties of this shortcut, and you can set launch options. I've used commands that worked formerly for Civilization 5, such as /DX11 or /DX9. Those used to work for Civilization 5. Here I can show you right now. Properties, set launch options. See, I have it set for DX11, DirectX 11. That means that it bypasses that screen that you initially see that pops up there, which asks you which version of DirectX you want to use when playing a game. It's so redundant. So anyway, that's one unnecessary click. Every time you launch the game, you're going to have to deal with that. I can't believe, how does stuff like that get past quality control? It seems like a no-brainer to me that when you are looking towards improving your product, one of the first things you look at is eliminating the amount of hoops the customer has to jump through to start playing the game. And that's what frustrates me about it. But I've come up with a couple of solutions here. So number one, we can add a second version of Sid Meier's Civilization 6. So this is a non-Steam shortcut. And if we examine its properties, you can see that it points to my current folder target. So in other words, let me check here. Yeah, so here we are. If you look at the folder Civilization 6 is installed in, if you go inside that folder, go into the base folder, that's inside Sid Meier's Civilization 6, inside the binaries folder, which is inside the base folder, and then into the Win64 Steam folder, which is inside the binaries folder, you will finally be presented with these files. Now, this is where both Civilization DirectX 12 and DirectX 11 reside. Unfortunately, I renamed DirectX 11, so let me just rename that back. I was doing a little bit of testing there. So now we're going to rename it to what it originally was. Don't bother doing any of this. This was just an adjustment I made. But here are the two files. So you can see one of them is the native DirectX 11, and the other one is the new DirectX 12. So if you want to have the game launch with either DirectX 11 or DirectX 12, remember to go to add a game, add a non-Steam game, and then simply navigate to that exact same folder and choose one of these two files. And then once you have it added, you can rename it. For example, we go to properties here. Right there, you can simply rename it to whatever you want. In my case, I just named it Civilization 6 with the suffix DirectX 12, so I know which one it is. Now, when I try to launch Sid Meier's Civilization 6, you can see bypasses that screen immediately, and it shows the original game as running. So if you look here, it says running, even though I'm running the shortcut. So you're not going to miss out on anything. You're not going to miss out achievements or anything like that. You're still going to be showing in your friends list as playing Civilization 6. It's just simply getting you one click closer to being in the game. And I'm all about that, as you're probably aware by this point, because a lot of the tweaks and a lot of the adjustments that I cover for Sid Meier's Civilization 6 involves getting you into the game faster. Just small quality of life improvements for the game. Now, there was a second way to do this as well, and that is simply by, here we go to the original Sid Meier's Civilization shortcut. Then we can simply click Create Desktop Shortcut. And this will create a shortcut on the desktop that points directly to the original Sid Meier's Civilization 6 executable file. It's all very unfortunate. I wish I wasn't in this situation. I wish Firaxis could get their game together and fix it like they did for Civilization 5, where we could actually add arguments to the set launch options so we didn't have to bother clicking through that screen. Yeah, so I spent a whole bunch of time trying to figure that one out. Could have been working on something more productive, obviously. But you know, when life gives you lemons, you got to try to make lemonade with them. And I don't have all day. As you can see, it's already 3:12 a.m. in the morning. And I just can't, I need a video. I need a video for tomorrow or today when you're watching this. And I can't You know, I got to find some closure on the subject, I guess is the point. So that's how I do it. That's how you get rid of that this really dumb choice here. You would think that Steam would just have a select as default or do not show this again. It doesn't. It doesn't. For some inexplicable reason, it doesn't have that option. So short-sighted. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. If you know of an alternative that is even more efficient than the two that I've presented here, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'm always excited to hear new approaches to old ideas. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.